Koraway Town, that was it. Some of these towns, they just have very unmemorable names. Okay, Rinkus looks like he's falling a bit behind in terms of experience. So I'm going to put him back in front. And I'm going to let him take care of the majority of the trainers left on Route 19. After Route 19, we're going to be going to Snowbell City and challenging the 8th gym. And finally, it'll be the Pokemon League, and that's probably where I'm going to call it quits. Pokemon League and Victory Road. That's going to be in the next recording session. Oh, hey, is that a Sky Trainer? Yes, it is. I love these trainers. We've got a Noctowl. It's a really weird looking perspective. But anyway, we're going to go for the Rock Tomb. Hey, they just landed on nothing. Isn't that crazy? And, oh, she is an Aerodactyl as well. Now we'll get to find out who the real King of the Skies is. Well, I bet your Aerodactyl can't Mega Evolve, but I don't think mine really needs to because I have Ironhead on my side. And down goes your Terror of the Skies. If Sky Battles... Okay, if Pokemon were a real thing, then I would love Sky Battles. I'd definitely get myself one of those flight suits. Just to fly. Not to train Pokemon, just to fly. Oh. Looks like some toddler or whatever. We've got an item to get. It's a Max Revive, which is useful. Fall before my fairies. That... not the best battle cry ever. Okay, we've got Mr. Mime. Ridiculous looking Pokemon with ridiculously easy difficulty. Not a challenge whatsoever. Azumarill. We'll call in Gabby for this one, because we're up against a water and fairy type. Smash him with Thunderbolt and watch him go down. Aromatisse, or however you pronounce that stupid name. Falchion. You give it a go, because you're great against fairies. Okay, we're going to do the strategy I outlined earlier. We're going to use Swords Dance in shield form. And that'll allow us to resist the attack that is probably coming. Or not. It's some stupid support move that... wow. That looks weird. But anyway, now she has absolutely no chance of surviving the oncoming Iron Head. super effective. Is it just me, or does that dress she's wearing remind you a bit of Alice in Wonderland? It's just my take on it. I don't think there's anything really in the flowers that interests us. So, across the bridge we go. Oh, what's this? It sounds like Shauna. Hey, you know what's about to happen? You're gonna go on and on about the magic of friendship and like you usually do? We're going to battle, silly. We are Pokemon trainers after all. And wow, I don't think I've heard this music in a little while. Okay, Shauna is starting off with Delcatty. Easy for my Erinkus. So yeah, I think this is the first time we're battling Shauna, other than that time way back when at the start. Yeah, back when we got our first Pokemon, it was my Froakie against her Fennekin. And yeah, she's definitely come a long way. But obviously I've come an even longer way. Because my Pokemon are currently at level 62. All of them. Cute Charm. But it doesn't matter, because Delcatty's down. Alright. Who's up next? Delphox. I know exactly who I'm sending out, and that would be the awesome Ninja Frog, Finn. Delphox is obviously the evolved form of Fennekin. It's a fire and psychic type, meaning that our friend Finn, as a water and dark type, is the perfect Pokemon to take it out with. So that's like deja vu. Instead of Froakie versus Fennekin, it's Greninja versus Delphox. Okay, last up is Goodra. So we're going to be sending in our dragon, Junpei. Goodra is obviously the last in line of the Gumi family. Goes Gumi, Sliggoo, and Goodra. But Goodra isn't very tough. Despite what it looks like and despite how easily I took it out, it's actually the Kalos region's pseudo-legendary Pokemon. Kind of like how Hoenn had Metagross, Sinnoh had Garchomp, Unova had Hydreigon. Oh, Hydreigon, oh my. That was a huge pain. Jetsis in Pokemon Black and White, oh my goodness. That was awful. That reminded me of our battle in Aqua. Yep. This is the first time for both of us to battle with our Pokemon. And who's next? Oh, there's Tierno and Trevor. Sorry to just throw that at you. Well, looks like we're battling Tierno as well. We haven't fought him in a long time either. Talonflame. That giant peregrine you see there is the final evolutionary form of Fletchling. But it's no big deal. All you need is a rock-type move and it's down for the count. I've seen a lot of videos of competitive play, and a lot of people like using Talonflame. a lot of people. And the reason for that, I believe, is because it has an ability called Gale Wings, and that makes all flying type moves automatically go first. So just imagine, it's basically a brave bird turned into a quick attack, and that's no laughing matter. Anyways, next Pokemon is Crawdaunt. It's the evolutionary form of the Corphish he had at the beginning of the game. Water and Dark type, not difficult at all to take out. And Roserade is last on his roster. I believe we'll keep Gabby in for this one. Roserade actually kind of fits Tierno. I mean, he's a dancer, and Roserade's supposed to be an attendant at a masquerade ball. So, kind of fits him. What I'm wondering is why Tierno doesn't have a Blossom or a Ludicolo, because those are all about dancing. And last up is Trevor, I would think. Yeah, last but not least is Trevor. So he starts off with his Raichu. This is not a good Pokemon for Rinkus to be battling, that's for sure. So we'll Mega Evolve just to get a little bit more power out of him, and we'll hit it with Rock Tomb. Before you ask, no, we're not going to be battling Serena as well. We're going to have our final battle with Serena during the at Victory Road. I was about to say during the Pokemon League, and I remembered it's not a tournament. That's only in the anime. Oh, Aerodactyl, what do you know? Switch Pokemon, please. We will go with Junpei. He is an Aerodactyl, who knew? Rock Slide. Oh, it avoided. Supersonic. I didn't know Aerodactyl could learn Supersonic. Yeah, that's definitely a lot more intimidating of an attack than Rock Tomb. Gotta teach that to my Aerodactyl. And finally is Florges. Florges is actually the Pokemon I wanted to replace. It was the Pokemon I had in mind before I saw that Ralts way back on Route 4. Florges is a really cool looking fairy type. I used it in my first playthrough of Pokemon Y, and it really disappointed me. It is monstrous special attack and monstrous special defense, and it's just an all-in-all cool Pokemon in general. It can learn a wide variety of attacks, and it's just a really neat looking Pokemon, I think. That's the end of his fairy. And wow, Falchion has got a lot of experience for that. There's still so much I don't know. Do I just not have what it takes? Wow, I don't think I've ever heard you worry about being weak or strong before, Trevor. You seem a lot bolder than you used to be. Is it because you went on a journey? Or maybe it's thanks to what you learned from being with our Pokemon and with us, your friends. Speaking of which, where's Serena? She's off training. She said friends are friends even if they can't be together. There's something we must attend to. I'm so glad I went on a journey. I made some great friends, and thanks to my little Fennekin that I met before we left, I was able to visit many places, meet a lot of nice people, and make many wonderful memories. And waterfall. We'll be able to use that to get to some hidden places in the Pokemon Victory Road, and that will be necessary because there are some really good TMs waiting for us in Victory Road. Any trainers? No, it's just on to Snowbell City, it looks like.